2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system, you have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Earlier this season, it was Sacramento who came out on top in the last matchup against Portland.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening. I thought the play calling really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it on the floor. He is for real. Kevin?
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends. But I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on it. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, there's been many times on the court I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, we've got C.J. McCollum. Big can out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had 22 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Now here's Porzingis, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Reed the pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo defending. Cousins pulls it in.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Bagley with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Stolen by McCollum. To the middle. Here's Reed. Antetokounmpo defending. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
For the Kings, they're trying to draft high-character players from winning programs. I mean, that's a good blueprint for their turnaround.
Two shots.
free throw missing. And the Kings, a team bedeviled in the past by chemistry concerns and C-Web diverging priorities. This young group feels, to me, different.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully it is a change. They seem to root for each other, and that's something to build on. I mean, I think they have good camaraderie in the locker room, but they're going to have to prove it every night out there. But these young kids are going to be fun to watch if they just go out there, try to get better every day and have fun.
Now, here is Young, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Here's Cousins. Back to Young. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 5. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. From deep three-point range. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Here's McCollum. Portland, no good that time either.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Shots good by Middleton.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Anthony finds McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
And McCollum gets his shot off from anywhere, even down in the paint. He doesn't rush it.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Portland with the rebound.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Anthony looking it over. McCollum outside. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easy.
The Kings trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Young dishes to Antetokounmpo. Bagley kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's Bagley in the corner. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the middle. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Well, that's put them up by double digits, trying to run away with this one wire to wire.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Take a look here at the numbers for Porzingis. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 9th in scoring, 11th in three-point field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Here's Middleton. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Middleton's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, he's one of the best passing 5s in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And the basket is good.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Portland leading by 4. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Big Cat. Pass to McCollum. 3-pointer. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Middleton against McCollum. Knocked loose. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Cousins. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Middleton. McCollum against Middleton. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Even when you try to pressure McCollum, he stays calm. Got to like his poise to the basketball.
And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with his game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Here's McCollum. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Yep, that one goes. And it's 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
And you gotta love McCollum's game. His floater is soft but dead.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play in. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as the Blazers do.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Marjanovic checked in for Cousins. B comes in for Bagley, and it's Buddy Hield in for Chris Middleton. Here's Farrell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lets the 3 fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Hield kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Aminu. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style to fade it.
Here's McCollum. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento.
And the speed of McCollum, outstanding at using it on the drive to pick up the contact. But just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
Shooting 2.
They throw good. McCollum. And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard on the wing.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
But once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 5. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
Farrell kicks to McCollum. Now, here is Morris. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young finds Antetokounmpo, makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
Bounce pass from Morris. Passes it to McCollum. Takes the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, they cannot leave him open like that. But he got away with one there.
Here's Marjanovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of them. But it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
Pass to Cantor. Dishes it to McCollum. He kicks it to Morris. Shot from 16. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Wow, what a sensational quarter for him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
5 on the clock. Farrell looking around. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Sacramento. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, Portland, 7 games back.
And for the Trailblazers, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
And credit goes to everyone, coaches, players, front office. I mean, they've all been determined to avoid a repeat of last season. The results speak for themselves.
Now, here's Aminu. Defense is right there. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Hield. It's good.
McCullough is a sniper from the mid-range area on the floor. Always got to know where he is on the court.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Marjanovic passes to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys, the finish.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Farrell. Kicks it to Morris. Aminu, the pass to Farrell. From 17 feet out, Cantor's shot is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 4-point Kings lead.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Poke loose. McCollum outside. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, and look at how well he let him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That shot off the mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Sacramento Kings. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
Been a player that thought he knew it all. Thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, you know, a veteran.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
Chris Middleton is out there with Bagley. Then there's B. Then there's Buddy Hield. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. They get it again. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Bagley. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And they continue to control the glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make it easier adjustment into the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they enter into the pros.
Free throw good from Morris. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Now here's Hield. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bagley with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Hield against McCollum. Out to Morris. Over Bagley. Sacramento grabs the miss. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Hield. Sweet little floater. And now an 8-point Sacramento lead.
But looking more active inside Hield. It's important that he keeps looking to score close to the bucket.
Bagley brings the double team. And it's Amino in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hield from 13 feet. It goes down. Hield's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Sacramento. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Farrell kicks to McCollum. Over Bagley. And too long on the shot.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Hield the pass to Bagley. And now it's a double-digit lead. Bagley's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Now the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. C.J. McCollum is second.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a two-guard, that's what puts up the points these guys do. I mean, you have to have a versatile game to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Those three-pointers off the mark. Hield against McCollum. Takes the 13-footer. Hield can't hit.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
Back to Anthony. McCollum outside. To the paint for Porzingis. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bagley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Bol. Here's the pass to Bagley. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Anthony left side. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Here's Big Cat. He's guarded by Cousins. 4 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. Shoots. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 15. Antetokounmpo defending. They could use a bucket. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Well, you know, I know this. The city of Sacramento supports and they live and die with their Kings. I mean, the team came within a hair's breadth of moving. Let's remember that. And for the fans, pride and relief that they prevailed.
And the first one drops. And with the construction of this stunning downtown arena, the Kings' future in Sacramento etched even more permanently.
Yeah, even as the team has struggled for wins. But for the fans watching their team suit up, you know, the hope of having a good team in this state-of-the-art arena is a victory in itself.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Trailblazers trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. We've got so many young, exciting players in the NBA right now, Chris. When you think about the league's best player, the league MVP, in, say, 7 years, what names come to mind?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to think about guys like Greek.
Or even 5 years. It don't have to be that long.
Yeah, but just the potential. I know what you're saying there, Kevin. I mean, Embiid, Ben Simmons, the Greek Freak,
Tatum.
Wow.
I know.
It's just so. You could just go to all the young teams and say these guys are next. I mean, all you got to do is look at the rookie, sophomore, the phenom game and just close your eyes and pick any of those guys because you know that they're talented. But yeah, the Greek Freak, Anthony Davis, Embiid, I think those are all safe bets.
Here's Young. Basket good. Young's got 8 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
McCollum against Hield. Here's Porzingis. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. Will retain possession. Here's Reed, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Now Young, 8 points for him. Pass to Bull. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Cousins, no one around him, hands it from downtown. Cousins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. 17-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him.
Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Young kicks to Hield. Bull the pass to Young. High post Cousins. Pass to Bull. The feed to Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists tonight.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Now here's Cousins. A 17-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Hield against McCollum. Hield kicks to Cousins. Jam by DeMarcus Cousins.
When Cousins gets loose near the cup, he feels comfortable showing off a little with this insane athleticism.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Anthony. A 20-point game for him in the win against Utah. McCollum, no good.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Here's Bull. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it goes down 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got 21 in the game.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for B, and Middleton subbed in for Buddy Hield. Porzingis finds Anthony. To the wing on the left. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
So it's Portland now, after the Kings pick up 2. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo defending. And they force the shot clock violation. 3-team.
A moment now to see the numbers for DeMarcus Cousins. Averaging 15 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And Cousins kicks to Middleton. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 21. Here's Big Cat. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 6.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
Middleton outside. Pass to Cousins. The Kings need to get off a shot here. From deep. And no good that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes, and it's up front. But playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
There's the steal. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Bagley. Antetokounmpo with the ball. 3 points in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
The Kings have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. 2 shots. And he knocks down the first one.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
And so Young nails them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Anthony against Young. Unloads from 13. And that one's good, Anthony. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. And Young kicks to Bagley. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Kings moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 25 points in the game. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. The pass to Farrell. To Aminu. He kicks it to Cantor. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Cousins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And an impressive job by Cousins to get the D to overcommit. He is one of the toughest covers in the league from the interior.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And he makes the first.
You know, the combination of size and strength, it makes Cousins a tough cover. I mean, overpowering.
He's perfect from the line this time. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the half. 1 second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Kings ahead, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Sacramento leading by 22 on the floor for Portland. Big can out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Here's Cousins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cousins has got his team on the board first here in the second half with the Kings. Passes it to Reed. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Reed the pass to McCollum. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Feeds to Young. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alternate.
And the shot goes in.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
And for Portland, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Young against Anthony. Kicks to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Porzingis, that's a 2. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Cousins. And that's now 27 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Anthony kicks to McCollum. And he's good on the 3-ball.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0-3.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here's McCollum. He's got 18. Outside Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Launches it. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 5 assists tonight.
And the 3-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is the second of this half, 3rd overall.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 27. Porzingis with the block. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Bagley kicks to Young. Now here's Cousins. He's covered closely. And the double up Antetokounmpo. But they get it back. Bagley, and the call will go against Big Cat. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Kings have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Middleton hits them both. And timeout called. Terry Stotts has had enough.
Looking here at some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Right around 21 points per, 7 assists and 8 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Now here's Anthony. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. To the wing right side. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. 2 points. That one goes. Middleton's got 8 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
McCollum. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Shooting just 1. 1 shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C. Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, we need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he makes both free throws. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Anthony finds McCollum. Here's Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th assist in the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Here's Big Cat. Bounce pass Anthony. Here's Porzingis, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Young, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 14.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Some changes for Sacramento. Marjanovic checked in for Cousins. B comes in for Bagley, and it's Buddy Hield in for Chris Middleton. For Sacramento, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Young passes to Marjanovic. Here's Bol. He's covered by Cantor. Down low. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Porzingis kicks to McCollum. Cantor, the pass to Aminu. Just 4 to shoot. Here's McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Kings have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Hield. Here's Bol. The three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking clean. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Showing off his combo guard skills. McCollum, he isn't just a scorer. He's a solid passer as well.
And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington. But he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bol's got his 2nd basket of the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McCollum against Hield. From 12 feet out. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's 23 points for C.J. McCollum. Kings have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Young, right side. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Bol can't hit.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Young kicks to Hield. The feed now to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Here's Ferrell. He has 6. McCollum and Portland again with the bucket.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Inside. Cantor's shot is off.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Bull, count it, good. Bull's got 6.
Well, he just exploited the size mismatch, and he's getting easy looks tonight.
McCollum against Hield. Pass to Aminu. He kicks to Cantor. Shoots over Marjanovic, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Morris finds Cantor. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Hield. It's stolen by Bagley. Cousins against Cantor. Back to Cousins. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now, here is Morris. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot clock at 3. Here's Farrell. Portland no good that time either. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Cousins. The quick look, no good that time.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Farrell kicks to Cantor. Back to Farrell. High arcing shot. Yep, that one goes. Farrell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in size differential.
Well, he has the ability to make some subtle adjustments. I mean, just create just enough space to get your shot off.
Hield outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one. Buddy in a tough area in the Bahamas. Didn't have a lot of things the rest of us all take for granted.
In the room with all 6 of his ceilings at the crack of dawn, he tiptoe over them. I mean, think about this. To make sure he got to school on time, he had to be the first in his kitchen to boil water for his bath. I mean, what a story. Shows you where he came from. It also shows you what he's about.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw drops for Hield. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, it's obvious that Hield is a talented player. Whether he takes that next leap to stardom, that's up to him.
Farrell kicks to Morris. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He misses the free throw.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
And he sinks the second. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hield outside. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Cousins dishes to Bagley. Hield against McCollum. Fires for three. Hield can't hit. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers to the inside. Morris kicks to McCollum. Passes to Farrell. Fires the three. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
What a lift that shot gives him. Great end to the quarter.
And so it's Sacramento in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Trailblazers shooting for the game at 42%. Bagley is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's B. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Farrell. Pass to Watford. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Hield. The Kings shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Middleton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Middleton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Sacramento. Middleton against Aminu. Poked away. And now Sacramento on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
Here's Farrell. Here's Trent. Kicks it to Morris. Over Bagley. Morris with the bucket.
Wow. Morris has such a soft release. I mean, you love seeing the ball roll off his fingertip.
Pass to Bull. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Bagley the pass to Bull. And it's good, 2 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Trailblazers on offense. Pass to Watford. Here's Trent. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Farrell from the arc. Bagley with the rebound. Here's Bull, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. So many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform that can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Shoots from 12. Bull can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Watford. Back to Porzingis. Over Bagley. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The pass to Bagley. Middleton outside. Three-pointer, Hield. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And it's blocked.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting. Oh, great ball movement there.
Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Morris. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on the mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallace, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like it. Pass to Bagley. From 13, here's Bull. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Bull's got 10 points in just the second half. The Trailblazers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Porzingis. Banked in off the glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Now here's Middleton. Bagley, no good.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop still should have went for something better than that, though.
Here's Bull. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bull's got 8 points in the quarter.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Morris outside. Pass to Trent. Ring shot on the way. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bulls got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Inside, here's Middleton. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Trent. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Bol. He kicks it to Hield. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it, and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The baseline J. Again, Hield missing. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 13 points in the second half.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Middleton. Kicks to Bagley. Now here's Hield. D right on him. Bonga. Sacramento again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. There's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Watford, defended by Middleton. The 3 from Porzingis. Sacramento grabs the miss. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchup. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA is going switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Good on the shot.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
32 seconds left in the game. Here's Watford. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the middle, it's stolen by Morris. Pass to Porzingis. To the inside. Here's Watford and finds himself wide open and drills it. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league. Back-to-back's a part of the league. So rest up and focus in and be ready for tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Hey, Boogie, nice job. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.